Hi, it's Amanda, the Nail Polish Hound, and welcome to this Topic Tuesday video in which I'll be showing you the oldest polishes in my nail polish collection. This is one from the 2nd of November. I didn't have time to do it then, but I really did want to do it, so I'm catching up on it now. I did a little bit of research, tried to find out as much as I could about these polishes, but I cannot be sure that these release dates are correct. So having said that, I'm going to be starting off with the polishes that I think were released in 2011, and these are all ones that I have bought in destashes, so I didn't buy them at the time. So we're going to be starting off with China Glaze's Snow Globe, and this is a beautiful iridescent glitter topper. Quite tricky to know how to wear this one because it looks very different over different colour bases. I may well have to do a tricky toppers video with this one to get the most out of it, but it is extremely pretty, just a little difficult to predict what it's going to look like on the manicure if you've not tested it out beforehand. So that's Snow Globe by China Glaze, which I believe came out in 2011, although I don't know how long they made it for. Also, as far as I can tell, released in 2011 was Rimmel's Hot List. This is a very pretty polish. It is supposedly a dupe for Chanel's Paradoxical, which I do not have, so I've never managed to test that, but there are some articles online about that. But it has this really beautiful, intense purple shimmer in it. From memory, that shimmer is not quite so intense actually on the nail as it is in the bottle, but still a very, very pretty polish. I have got this one out a few times with the intention of wearing it, but haven't got around to wearing it again, so I really must wear this one again sometime soon. And last of all, from 2011, we have my two Barry M Foil Effects polishes in silver and in gold, which if you've seen a few of my recent videos, you will know that these are my favourite silver and gold polishes for stamping with. So that brings us to the end of the polishes that are potentially 10 years old within my collection. And moving on to those that were, as far as I can tell, released in 2010, but again I'm not quite sure how long each of these was available for, so these polishes are potentially up to 11 years old. The first one we have is OPI's Rising Star, and this is from their Burlesque collection in 2010. I had a mini of this that I was given by my friend Zoe. Really loved it. It was the first OPI polish I ever had, and so when that mini was coming to an end, I did search this one out until I managed to find a bottle for sale on eBay. So this is a beautiful gold colour. It's a little bit see-through, needs to be built up, but very, very pretty indeed. Almost sort of verging on a bit of a bronze. I really love this colour. Moving on to Nails Inc. LOWNDES Square, and this is in their old round bottle. You may remember this was in my project polish, but I had used it up. But then somebody sent me a bottle to replace it. This is pretty full, so I don't think it's had much use. A little bit of separation where it's just been standing there for a while. So that's LOWNDES Square by Nails Inc. Then next we have got Hard Candy's BEETLE, and Hard Candy still make nail polish as far as I'm aware, but not in these older bottles. These used to come with a ring on them. I don't have the ring anymore. And this was a really pretty and early example of a multi-chrome polish. I think when this came out they were pretty unusual to find. I haven't got anything else quite like this one in my nail polish collection, with that green to gold to brown to fuchsia type shift. It really is quite unusual. So that's BEETLE by Hard Candy. Also released in 2010 were these 3D holographic polishes by MILANI. They can be built up on their own, but they really are better off used as toppers because they are a little bit sheer. And I have got 3 of them left. I have destashed, I think it was 1 or 2. So we have the pink finish, and this one is called Digital. Then there's this tealy green colour, As you can see, these ones aren't really holographic. You have to get them under bright sunlight for the holographic finish to really show up. This one is called Cyberspace. And so the last one that I kept was the purple from the collection, and this one is called High Res. The next one we have is Sally Hansen's Black Diamonds from their Diamond Strength range, and this is just a black polish with very finely cut silvery flakes in it. It is quite pretty but quite delicate on the nail. I think I prefer my blacks to be holographic or a little bit more chunky on the flakes or glitter. I'm going to put this one aside to wear again. I've not worn it in a long time. At the time I bought it, it was quite unusual for my collection, but I think I have polishes that I probably prefer now, so I'm going to pop that one out to wear again, and maybe this one will be a destash. Also by Sally Hansen, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll have seen this one a few times. It's the original formulation of Hidden Treasure. I really did hunt this one down as it's quite hard to find and quite sought after. Sally Hansen did reformulate this polish, but it's nowhere near as pretty as the original one, with these lovely big iridescent flakies in it. And it looks again very different according to what base colour you put it on, but is truly beautiful polish. And the last one in my collection that was released in 2010 is SINFUL Colours Green Ocean. This one came in a big old destash haul that I bought of very old SINFUL Colours polishes. This one's been thinned already a couple of times because it goes quite gloopy quite quickly, so I don't know how much more use I'm going to be able to get out of this one, but it is ever so pretty. And I also have a little bit of a sentimental link to this polish, so I don't think it's going to be leaving my collection anytime soon. I may even keep it after it is unusable. So that's the end of the polishes that were released in 2010. And I have one polish that, as far as I can tell, was released in 2009. So this polish is potentially up to 12 years old, and it is the original Extreme Wear range by Sally Hansen, and it is called Strobe Light. This one is said to be a bit of a dupe for OPI's Teenage Dream. Never owned Teenage Dream, so I don't know, and I've never been able to do a comparison, but I do really like this one. It's very pretty. This one's just a very pretty, delicate, light pink holographic glitter. It's a reasonable amount of suspension base with it, so it's best sponged on if you want it to have a full coverage effect. It's also quite nice in a couple of coats over the top of a linear pink holographic polish. And finally, as far as the polishes that I bought for myself from new, the polish that I believe is the very oldest in my collection, and I genuinely cannot remember how long I've had this for. It's Sweet Rose by Maybelline, and it's in the original bottle for their express finish polishes. I think it was 2 or 3 of these. I destashed the others and just kept this one at work in case I ever need a quick but work appropriate manicure, and it's just been sat there unused for years and years. So if anyone knows when these polishes were first released, let me know in the comments bar below. Maybe it's not as old as I remember, but I know that I had this polish way before I started collecting polishes, and I've been doing that for about 6 or 7 years now, so it's definitely a very old polish. When I made this video, it also smells a little bit weird. I don't know if it's always had a strong smell, so maybe it's time for this one to go. On my nails in this video was Essie's Playing Coy on my index finger and little finger, and then on my middle finger and ring finger we have got Quixotic Polishes Autumnal Bliss. Thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.